Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny and I am that props girl. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. Even though we are still in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic and we have no theatre shows, this is the first June in 9 years that I don't have a show, and it's bittersweet for me. But what did come up in my Facebook memories was that 5 years ago, almost to the day, I made some fake cakes for a production of My Fair Lady. And I was so happy with them at the time, but I've grown a lot as a designer since then, so I decided I would remake them with a new method that I've never tried before, and I thought that I would share that with you. And so if you're keen to see that, stick around. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and the bell next to the subscribe button to stay up to date with all of my future uploads. You're going to be finding out with me if this method works, so fingers crossed, and let's jump into the video. First of all, I got some dry floral foam from Spotlight and I took the wrapping off, and then I went and got my Harry Potter ruler and measured out the triangles, and I did them 6 centimeters down the bottom and then went up to a halfway point of 3 centimeters at the top, and then drew that across the entire foam. Next, I got a kitchen knife because I need to replace my Stanley knife, and started slicing through the foam. Now I recommend that you put a cutting board underneath if you're doing this, just to protect whatever surface you're working on. Now floral foam does tend to leave some shards around the place, so just be mindful of that, and you will need to clean up afterwards. However, I opted for floral foam over styrofoam because styrofoam goes absolutely everywhere. And the fact that it's dry and hard is actually quite good because it won't absorb the paint as well. I next got some paddle pop sticks and put them in the bottom of the triangles, and then got the colour paint that I needed and just sponged it on with a kitchen sponge, which was obviously not a used sponge. And the reason I sponged it on was because I didn't want to have any brush strokes or anything. I wanted to look like it was naturally done, and I proceeded to do this with the pink and the yellow one as well. And when they were ready to dry, I just literally put them in another piece of floral foam. They did require a second coat, so just be mindful of that. Once I'd done my 2 coats, it was time for the icing, so I flipped them over, and then the side that I had pierced became the top side because of course that didn't need to be painted. I used some wall filler and just added in the paint again to make the colour. I used some clay tools just to spread it over the top. To do the chocolate filling on the mud cake, I just used some of the leftover brown icing that I had to do a line down the middle, and for the pink and yellow one, I just used the plain white filler. For the yellow one, I had to spread it a bit flatter because I wanted there to be a jam layer. when they were dry, I then went through and added the paint to make the jam and used some of the plain white wall filler again on the top. To seal them in the end, I just used some Mod Podge over the top. Well, there we go, and I love the result. I think it's so fantastic. Although I am still really proud of how I made them 5 years ago, I love seeing how far I've come as a designer. But it also makes me think what I'm going to think of these cakes in 5 years' time. If I'm still around YouTubing in 5 years, maybe I'll do another video then. Let me know what you think of the cakes in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye!